All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I do sincerely apologize a lot of technical difficulties, but we are able to kick off match number 4 for the Asteria Winter League. I am taking a look at the leaderboard, and it looks like Afterlife will be in charge. But interestingly, no chicken dinner secured, just off placement, eliminations, and pure vibes. noPASARAN in second place, and Next Esports in third, Incredible Esports in fourth, Team TBSS is also racking it in fifth. So yeah, it's pretty much open season because they do have roughly a close margin of points. So we are going to see who is going to come out on top here. And it looks like the action is already on the way. So noPASARAN currently sitting in second place. They're looking they're looking like they are going to be in a good spot. I believe this is in Pachinki. Trying to play it a little bit more central. Would give them the upper hand over a couple of teams in the opposition, but would be ideal for them if they could run things through. Looks like some action is brewing as well. And all the other corners. Coyot, right, Rooster. Quite efficient in how they do the things they do. That will put them in a very comfortable upper echelon. And unfortunately, they are currently sitting in 16th. Well, it doesn't look like this engagement is going to be happening. I mean, he will be playing it a little bit more tunnel vision-like, but will not stop the assault that would be coming his way, though. Playzone already on the move. He's going to be battering most of these players that are going to be caught out in the open. You're not going to like it, but it is going to be what it is. Playzone is quite nicely settled up in that open spot. As Monaspa sitting quite nicely in Saverni. Again, they could play in from that northern side with a little bit of the zone work for them, but again, you know, what could be more untoward than that? A little bit of a interesting place here. Looks like a Ruthless Souls will deal one towards Kitsune. And a good spray over the side there connects as well. Ooh, that's a big hit with the shotgun. As a Sen will return some more of that chaos and almost gets him dropped away. Continues with the spray, but fortunately will make it out of dodge. And DarkSouls will lose one. Kitsune did get knocked away. Will they go back for him? I don't think so. It's not looking like that's going to yield much of anything here. Vito has a pretty good sight line on him as Kitsune will get flushed. Well, looks like DarkSouls would run from the frying pan straight into the fire. The Psychos is going to be the last one left for them. Interesting place coming through so far. We've seen for ARA Esports, they are looking for those extra points. They have secured one elimination so far. But 20 teams are in the cut, 68 players alive. And it looks like that is far too easy. Is that them? Well, maybe I was tweaking. Maybe it's not them. But they are taking damage just inside of Rozok. And NXT are going to have the upper hand on them. 3 eliminations, all from Apollo. And I ain't talking Apollo Creed. It's a good angle. There's more institutions to be created from inside of this open space here. Well, it looks like 77. Don't necessarily like this, but it is all left to Tico. Can he hold on? And the chaos here has started to brew up into something. Chardy, and as Hardy's has been knocked away there. It is all lets to RP Cry. He is trying his best to incorporate more falls and more sizes. Hardy goes back into the lobby, hit falls as well. CYT in a serious trouble. It is going to be Rip Cry alive. Ooh, he's pops into the corner. Good spray over the top. Connects as well. Will he go for the finish? I mean, he might be getting dropped off. If he peeks again, he's going to get slapped up. But I think he's not going to go for the risk. He will decide to trade off into that corner and immediately drops the shoulder. Player, he did get knocked away. He is going for that reset. But again, it has to be a clear, decisive play. Continues to apply more pressure now. Pressure over to the left-hand side. And I believe the reset will be coming through. Yes, he has gone for the reset. And this will be an opportunity for Rip Cry to make a play over to that left-hand side. Unfortunately, I hope he doesn't hang around here, though. He's going to get cooked. But the play zone has shifted a little bit more eastbound. Mansion will not contain too many players. As Redbull will secure 4 eliminations, 2 for Boars and 2 for Kenji as well. Ooh. And ARA Esports have secured 4 for themselves as well. Looks like a lot of chaos is brewing in these here parts. We are keeping our very, very keen eyes on them though. So it looks like Goofy. The French family are down to 2 here. They do have 4 eliminations, but it is the players that were quite active. And take a look at that. It is Much Kalino from Konina Power. Big names, big players, all active. 5 MS, grenade in hand. And he might decide to drop that one by the stairs. He's going to drop one for his own as well. Pops into the corner, drops it over the top. He might try. Over to the side. Oh, repositions, but it doesn't work. He's going to get dropped away as well. Serpent is going to be the last one left, but he goes 2 for 2 as well. And that will be the end. French family go out in 15th place. And that is very unfortunate. Incredible Esports are looking very, very strong here. Struggler is the only one that did get sent back into the lobby. They do have 4 eliminations so far. And that will pique their interest. That will keep them on the front foot. noPASARAN. A very ideal with how they play what they play. Play zone has moved even further up to the northern side. Looks like NXT are gonna like that one. They do make a mad dash for the center. They're all in separate vehicles, but it looks like Konina Power could be in trouble. They have one of their players knocked away. They will think twice about it though if they are trying to make a way through here, because it's 874 that was the one that was knocked away. Much Kalino will apply some of that pressure. Gets the first knock, and that's a beautiful touch. The DBS swings again from side to side, and we'll try over to the corner side as well. Takes a little bit of that hit. A grenade is sent through, and that one might be the one that does it. But Much Kalino has to be very careful. 874 still knocked away. The reset hasn't come through. yet. And now 1A falls as well. Bushkalino trades the second, tries to trade the third, again beats inside. He click, click, click. He runs out of bullets, but he swaps him through. But the M416 is no match for that MP, for that UMP. And that's going to be good night to Konina Power. That was so close for them. And now we are down to 11 teams. There was only so much Kalina could do from there. Who's next? That is the question. So far they have got 3 eliminations to the good. That puts them in a very interesting predicament, though. They do have a very good spot in the zone. Incredible Esports will be retaliating as well. Does have a very good spot over the top. It will be the one that will put the mash in the mashed potatoes. He backs all the way down. Good spray over the top again. He locks it in. He peeks a couple more shots and that one will connect. Again, Vivo's going to try to back out of that one. He knows that would be the smarter play, because that is not sustainable. ARA Esports outside of the zone, but they are making a rotation from that southeastern side. I think they will come in through prison uncontested if they are careful enough to make it through. So Union Power yet to secure any eliminations just yet, but it looks like there's more bullets and more chaos bringing into that corner as well. Here comes Boars. Redbull Esports, they're fighting what they can. They trade up onto the side, but Psychotic will get a breakthrough inside as well, and that's going to be the end of Redbull. And Virtus will take away their virtue. Zone shifts even further again. Centers up quite nicely here, and noPASARAN are gonna love this. Playzone has favored them once more, and they do have their sight lines on all of the surrounding property inside. But how much more can they do? How much more can they make? They are very locked in. They are very stacked up. Who's next are taking the brunt of the hits there. They are being forced into a very unfortunate space. It looks like it is Incredible Esports trying to wrap this up, and they're trying to wrap it up quickly. And here comes Wipe. Pain inside, tries to pop through over to the top side, a little bit of Molotov into the corner. The DBS for good measure. 7 eliminations for Incredible Esports, and things are starting to look very incredible if they can keep this up. But Virtus are still holding on just outside of shelter. Not trying to keep too many teams at bay, and he was looting out in the open. A little bit of cover fire. Fortunately, that is enough to make something happen here. ARA had the drop on them. He was looting out in the open. No protection, no smokes. I mean, that is why you pop smoke grenades when you are looting. You know, you gotta stay on your guard 247. And ARA, it looks like Union Power are gonna be tanking up inside of shelter. They're not gonna be coming out for air just yet, but that could be beneficial to them as well. And now noPASARAN just spin over to the top side, but that will be enough to repel the danger, at least temporarily, as ARA Esports will find another place to call home. And that could be the thing that separates them. That could be the thing that clinches them that extra win. We are going to keep our eyes peeled. There's more NXT now on the other side, trying to get their HPs up. But right now, Apollo is the one that is absolutely cooking. 5 eliminations for the team, and all those 5, he is all responsible. Next Esports fighting from a central position. It takes a toll on you, but Psychos from the DarkSouls will be the last one to breathe for his team as he goes back screeching into the lobby. An unfortunate turn of events. And that's not going to be enough, is it? It's not going to be enough. Pain into the corner. He does prepare a sight line, a better sight line. Incredible Esports are looking for a way to get inside of that next circle. And they are locked in. They're looking very comfortable as well, because they do have a lot of intel to work with. But it would be ideal to slam it into Team Next. But it is going to be Virtus that will go back into the lobby, and courtesy of noPASARAN. I love that name though. Nostradamus. Ooh, Incredible Esports could be taking their first damage over to that corner line, and ARA Esports is going to be their turn. Xerox is going to be exposed, dropped off immediately by Sushi, and there's going to be a little bit of a park spot as well. And here comes Monaspa. They crash into the party, and that's going to be a wrap. But noPASARAN are in the back line, and they are going to be applying some of that more insidious pressure. But fortunately, Sky will create a little bit of a shield for themselves, and I think they can hold the ditch a little bit longer. And the top side is going to be very, very occupied here, as Sushi is going to make a little bit of a meal of this position, but they are going to be playing the ditch. They are fully committed, and the smokes are already starting to come out. They will have their sights set on noPASARAN, because that is the only team that could be a potential threat to them. And now they are starting to make the move. Union Power over to that left-hand side. Juice has the juice. A grenade over the top, and that one is perfectly launched. That one might deal damage. It does deal damage. The second one is going to connect, and here comes noPASARAN again, looking very, very agitated. They're starting to cook. Left-hand side is still very, very viable for them to play around, but they need to deal with Union Power as it stands. There is an open space to be taken for them, but they do have a little bit of that zone to work with, but the reset is already coming through, Mav. It's going to be popping and dropping and trying to lock it, but the Incredibles over as well, over to that northern corner. They do have a little bit of an advantage. They do have buildings. They do have height position. They can play a little bit of a high ground and low ground. Ruthless Souls also in that western side, looking for a way through as well. One by one, they start to deal the damage that they could have dealt earlier on, but they didn't have the opportunity to. We'll see you later, as Monaspa will break the silence, dropping a couple of bullets inside, but Sushi's going to take the hit of that one. Keon will get him knocked away, and will go for the flush as well. He's not going to be rescued at all. He's too far out. It's a little bit of a risky play, and he has paid the ultimate price. If he peeks out again, he will be getting flushed finally. Monaspa will be losing their first player for the first time in this match, and unfortunately, Sushi will not be going further. Monaspa is looking for a way into the zone. It is a do or die affair now, and here comes Sky. Here they come. They decide to crash the party, and now is the open space. Grenades would be ideal, but the Molotov is immediately tossed out the window, but the first grenade will be sent over. But Kian goes to the ground floor. Incredible Esports against Monaspa. They're trying to hold their defensive line. Wipe has been knocked away. The grenades, the bombardments, they continue to turn into a containment. Left-hand side looking very, very promising right now for Kian, but he can't make his way there. They're surrounded. It's looking very uncomfortable. They peek into the corner as well. Incredible Esports have so much drama. Cold into corner as well. The grenade dropped over to the side. Might be the thing that undoes him, but he's gonna try again. He goes up, high ground position, trying to set it through, get his HP back into sorts, but Wipe is still bleeding out, and they will be pushing forward into that corner. He's waiting for it. 2 sprays again with the S12K, pops into the corner, doesn't connect. The jump shot might be the thing that doesn't, and he's gonna pop into the first one, goes for the first, might go for the second, but the second will not be gone. As Monaspa will clutch it out immediately, Keon will fall to his knees and fall back into the lobby. Somehow, Union Power still stay alive. 2 players up. They've managed to get their numbers back to full strength, but they are playing at 50% capacity. Monaspa, this could be the thing that does it for them. But let's not forget, noPASARAN is still alive. They've still got 2 players. A little bit unorthodox position, but it's still very viable. Bad Boy and Juice are still very much in there, and 99 could have an angle. But now, here's the opening they've been looking for. Math pops into the corner, a little bit more pressure, a little bit of a touch, but immediately Juice had him locked in and drops him immediately. The open space to allow for 99, but unfortunately he's going to get dropped off as well, and it's not looking like he might be getting picked up. The smoke's already coming outside, but Bad Boy has taken so much hits and so much damage, and this could be it. Monaspa have the upper hand right now, so potential 3 versus 2. It is the 3 versus 2 as they get the flush. 99 will be swept away. Monaspa have the numbers advantage. All they have to do now is find a way to the zone, and Bad Boy will be the next one to fall. noPASARAN not losing focus, but the play zone is not favorable for them. It will bring them into the outside, and Juice is going to be the last one left for noPASARAN as he keeps his composure. All it takes is one good spray, one good grenade, pops into the corner again. More pressure is going to be swept through, and he knows that the grenades will land, and they will. Monaspa will take the chicken dinner, match number 4 in the Winter League. And what a game they had. Played it to perfection. Slow and steady wins them the race. But noPASARAN was still very active. Woo! 8 eliminations and a chicken dinner for Monaspa. And noPASARAN in second place with 10. I think that puts them in the same points, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, no, I think they got 2 points more. Still very impressive. Union Power in third place with 1. Incredible Esports in fourth place with 11. And Ruthless Souls in 5th place with 3. NXT in 6th place with 5. ARA in 7th place with 4. Virtus in 8th place with 4. DarkSouls in 9th place. Who's Next in 10th place with 3. Redbull in 11th place with 5. Konina Power in 12th place with 7. 4MA in 13th with 3. Squad Suicide in 14th with 3 as well. And French Family in 15th with 4. And Coyot in 16th. TBSS in 17th with 2. VNS in 18th with 1. Afterlife in 19th. 77 in 20th. Woo! Talk about turning up the heat. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not over just yet. We've still got Vikendi lined up for you tonight, so don't touch that dial. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be right back. It is the Asteria Winter League brought to you by Asteria Esports. So don't touch that dial. Stay tuned. Stay locked in. We'll see you right after the break. All right. We'll take a look at that. And the leaderboard has been interesting so far. noPASARAN in first place. No chicken dinner yet. But consistency is the name of the game, and they have been super consistent. 58 points to the good. And in second place, Incredible Esports, also no chicken dinner. Afterlife as well in third, no chicken dinner as well. But they just consistently put up the points. NXT in fourth with one chicken dinner, 43 points to the good. And Monaspa, that chicken dinner takes their tally to 2, and that puts them over into the top 5. Remember, top 6 teams will advance to the finals. And Team TBSS currently sitting in 32 with 6 in 6th place with 32 points, and Squad Suicide is just 6 points away from them. So Squad Suicide and Union Power, these are the games. These are the make or break it games. For MA as well, these are the make or break it games. Who's going to come out on top? Well, we're about to find out. Top 6 is the goal. Can they make it happen? Ooh, and noPASARAN could be in some serious trouble here as he's getting knifed up into the corner. Lexa comes for the onslaught, and that is how you make an entrance. And noPASARAN again with the clutch. Oh, what a game. What a move. noPASARAN with a beautiful clutch. And they were not aware, they were not familiar with the game right there, but noPASARAN were really ready. And VNS will continuously apply some of that pressure. Take a look at that zone. Very tricky for those in the south. They will have to make an unfortunate move. And I do apologize for missing the action. There was a little bit of my Steam Deck froze a little bit there, so it couldn't transition the screen into the game, but it was already on my screen. So it just took a little bit of time, and unfortunately, you missed the action. I saw the whole thing, but noPASARAN showed us teamwork makes the dream work, and they come out on top. 4 eliminations to the good. And they have all but solidified their position inside of the top 6. It's just a matter of if they will finish in top 1. But we are going to keep our eyes peeled and see. For the time being, we are going to keep maintaining that pricey nature. Coyot on the other side in Villa have been quite proactive. 2 eliminations so far, but it is hit an RIP cry, and it is noPASARAN, I believe, that are also in the area, but they are being very trigger disciplined. A bit of a corner spot get there, pinks into the first shot, connects the first, and Bad Boy racks inside as well. The first one will bite into the DOS, and that's 2 swept away 1 by 1, and that will be a clutch. But VNS also get a piece of the action as well. First touch from Bad Boy, might go for the second, peeks into the corner as well, goes for the finish, and Zeno sways over to the side, gets the angle, gets him dropped away as well. And Bad Boy gonna be the last one left, turn his back to the opposition, takes a little bit of damage there, will think twice as well. And he is waiting. Sway onto the right-hand side. That could be the pressure. Here comes Venatores. I believe they're down to 1. So 1v1. Bad Boy is very capable. He's got 4 eliminations already. The DBS, he's been swinging that thing so lethally. And he jumps over to the side again. And that shot will connect. He's 1 HP. All it takes is a single shot. And he knows. But I don't think he's aware that he got the drop. I don't think he knows that he got the shot to 1 HP. And that is just what is going to cost him. It's all about the skill issues here. Playzone already on the move. And some of these teams are starting to rethink the rotation patterns. Where do they have to go to in the north? Bad Boy's grenade is launched in hand. That's very close, very, very close. It's just a little bit of a deterrent. Pops into the side again. Keep a little bit of distance between him and that one. Tried to flash him. Didn't work. Pops into the corner again. And the DBS will hurt. And the second DBS shot will confirm. Bad Boy is really the baddest in the game as he completes the clutch. 5 eliminations out of a total 7 for his team. And what a way to announce your Vikendi game. What a way to keep your team still in that running for top 1. noPASARAN. Big games, big moves. And DarkSouls in Winery deep into the south. And I believe this is Afterlife as well, deep into the south. Trading blows over to the side for MA, also making a move. All of these teams outside of the zone. It is French Family inside of the zone on the other side. And they have secured 2 eliminations so far, but 77 might have something to say about that one. Shelby is going to be packing things up, swaps into the MPK. Does have a little bit of a kick to it. He swaps from that to the DBS immediately, and now here comes the pressure mounting. But French Family are trying to deal this one. They're chasing him up the stairs. He pops over to first one, but the G36 will shut things down as 5MX will take the clutch. Capone goes back into the lobby from whence he came, and now more pressure being sent over to the side as well. Molotov cocktail. I heard it get drawn out, but it wasn't dusted. He's going to wait a little bit longer to fulfill that desire. A little bit of a Monogasti here. Play zone has circled up quite nicely again. Nobody is at Mount Kresnich. I think that will that sums up the entirety of what these teams are trying to play here. There is still room for more. Remember, top 6 will advance into the finals. Yesterday we had some teams play and get into that top 6. Today we have a different set of teams. All looking for a way through, all looking for a way in. And 77 are also down to just 2 players. 2 versus 2. Potential for chaos is looming. And that play zone is large. I mean, there's a lot of space to play with, so there's actually no need to be locking things down. But it looks like Kitson is going to get knocked away there. I had no idea what happened to him. I think he's going to get picked up. With all that chaos as it brewing all the way down. Here comes Mickey trying to deal some sort of damage as he cooks the grenade. Fortunately a little bit overcooked. Doesn't get the job done still. And that's going to be the first one to lock in. The DBS sways to the side. Gets the first knock. Tries again the jump shot, but unfortunately he couldn't escape 5MS with the S12K. And now here comes Incredible Esports. They know that all they have to do here is launch the grenades in perfect unison and it will get the job done. 5MS is still holding on. He's hanging on. Incredible Esports just outside. All it takes is 1 grenade. They're looking for a way through. They continuously bombard every single corner. Well, now 5MS comes out immediately as well, but he's going to be swept up in all of the chaos. Shelby is going to be the last one left, but it will be a good night rest for him as the Incredibles will put him back into the lobby. But here comes Afterlife. They want a piece of the action as well. Temp with a beautiful spray over from the southern side. We'll get the angles right, and here they come again, but it looks like they will not be able to get a finish as they will retaliate immediately as Temp will have to fall back again and reposition. Marty Savage, the Slashy, all could make this advance. They did get a knock through. They will keep an eye open. White plays off into that right-hand side. Slashy does have an opportunity to get a spray across. They did get a spray across earlier, but they were repelled. But is it enough to get the dice rolling? We'll think again. They will percolate. They will permutate. And the sprays will not stop. They will continue again. Slashy is all but quiet, is all but silent. Redbull Esports are forced into a little bit of a disarray position there. Marty has decided to creep up and make the play for his team. They do need the eliminations. They need to stay frosty here. Cannot afford any mistakes. And Monaspa starting to turn things around here. It looks like DarkSouls will be the one caught in the crossfire. But that exposes them as well to Double S over to that eastern side, just outside of Trevno. They are going to be making the play. They want the smoke. They will pull up immediately. Monaspa on the receiving end of this one as they are getting run over one after the other. And there is only so much they can do from all of these angles. Double S will crack down on them immediately. And they will not be liking this, but it is the job and it is getting done. WS in retrospect, they have a little bit of an angle they could work with here. If they can manage a chicken dinner, that could turn things around. We are down to 12 teams and the play zone is already on the move into phase 4. But all it takes is one element of surprise and everything goes out the window. Remember, NXT, silent. They are in coal mine, not making too many moves. They are trying to keep their numbers up. But right now, it is Double S. They are the ones to keep an eye out for. They are the team that needs all of the points. And you can see they've already secured 2. They need at least 5 more. And that will put them just over Team TBSS. Speaking of TBSS, where are they though? I can't seem to find them. Are they dead? Okay, no, they're not dead yet. Oh, but that's gonna be... Oh, they could be in trouble here though. They could be in some serious trouble. They've lost 2. They cannot afford to lose anymore. Redbull on the other side, applying more pressure as they can. As Virtus are going to be on the receiving end of that one. TBSS, they have to be very careful as Union will break the silence with a thumptuous grenade over the top side, and that one will connect. Warrior will go to claim his prize, and that's going to be another elimination to go down. TBSS, this could be the end of the road for them if they do not survive this going further. But here comes Soad, and he might be getting dropped off here if he's not careful. He has to find a way through. He has to circumvent an angle here. What? What? I really hope he's not trying to play here, man. Oh, I hope he's not. Okay, he's not. Because that would have just been diabolical. does manage to find a way across. Play zone is shrinking again. It looks like Afterlife are taking out the life. And next Esports have some trouble coming their way. Rabbit crawling, but still outside of the play zone. His teammates nowhere to be found. And Incredible Esports continue their domain, as Machine will be the next one to follow suit. But here comes NXT trying to hold on. They are still one of the teams in the bubble. They need this to go well. They cannot afford to lose out on this. They cannot afford any mistakes. It will cost them dearly, and they know this for a fact. Afterlife on the other side, I think they may have just done enough, but again, there's nothing wrong with making sure. I think that is just what this is about at this point. You know, all of these teams alive, they haven't lost it yet, but ooh, Temp peeked out a little bit too much there, and here comes Perks. And a good spray is better than silver and gold, and Slashy will be getting dropped off immediately, but he manages to escape by the skin of his teeth. Konina Power trying to turn this around, and they're already making the move. Coyot to the corner, but the DBS is dropped out immediately. Slashy will cut it down to size, and Much Kalino knows exactly what he has to do. He has to time the grenade perfectly, and he does. Launched over the top, cuts his HP down, and that one will get the job done, and he will be getting swapped up by Kirks. 5 eliminations now for Konina Power. Temp did get knocked away earlier, so that is a potential for 6 eliminations. And there is more where that came from. Perks continuously applying more and more and more pressure, and TBSS will go out in 8th. That is only 1 point secured. Now it is all left to Double S. Can they hold on? Can they get more points? 3 eliminations so far, plus 1 for placement. That's 4. It's still a long road. They need at least 4 more points to make sure everything is as it seems. For now, TBSS are currently sitting on top of them with a couple of more points just out of placement. Double S, all they have to do is stay alive. All they have to do is keep staying alive here. They are now into the top 6. TBSS may have just bottled this one, but it's still in their hands. They're still in the air. Triple S need a chicken dinner, or at least some worldly performance here to book their place inside of the final. As Termikino's leading the charge. They've got 3 on the money. Now they're in the top 5. 4MA also in trouble. They've gotten knocked away here, and Double S have decided to pull up into the scene, and they might be going for that finish, but Perks is going to beat them to it. It will snatch that one away. And Konina Power, this is looking like their kind of game. They're starting to cook. 8 eliminations so far, and they are turning up the heat. They're turning up the chaos. All they have to do is hold the lines here. 2 angles open to the corner. They are split inside the field, and they are holding every single open position. But Mich Kalino peeks out a little bit too much there, and he's going to be dropped away from the tower, and that could put Konina Power in an awkward position. Incredible Esports are not backing down. They're not shying away. They want the action. They will take it. And Luis is here just at the bottom of the stairs. And he's making the moves. They're waiting. They're biding their time. They are not trying to overthink this, but they need more points. They still need more. They still need a couple of more eliminations just to make sure. And what a time to be alive here. It is the Asteria Winter League semi-final. It is the Group B. It is the last match. The last chance to get into the final. Squad The squad suicide. Roughly 7 points out, but they need more. They need so much more if they are trying to make this happen. But 4MA is also in the mix. They can't port through, and now here comes trouble. Luis is exposed and he's gonna get dropped away, but Union fall as well. Now they're inside of the top 4. More chaos, more Steez being dropped away, and Konina Power back up to full strength. 9 eliminations. They're looking for 10. They're looking for more. Luis did get knocked away, but he's finally getting picked up, and that will give you the power of numbers. And 874 trying to make a dashing run, a dastardly play, hold off the top hand side, will force them out into the open and relocate that position, giving them the upper hand. You can already see that is the play here. They want to have all of the access to all of those positions that these teams can't see them from, but that is going to be the right course of action, which Kalino continues to apply some more pressure. And now Incredible Esports have trouble. Wipe falls as well. Molotov is dropped perfectly as well, cuts his HP all the way down, and which Kalino could have some trouble here. He's getting dropped off. He is dropped off right behind, and this guy Struggler has no idea. 874 peeks out, takes a couple more shots, and will drive it through, and Incredible Esports will be swept away, sent back into the lobby. But I believe with all they've done, they have qualified. And here comes squad suicide. They've been dropped down to just 2, and that could be the performance that changes everything here. They've not done enough just yet, but I believe a top 2 finish might do it. But currently they are still tied. And what a spray over to the top. All they need now is one more elimination. One more will get it done, and there is still more pressure, more angles to cover. Luis is fighting for his life. He's lost 2 of his teammates, and the first grenade is launched, and he does a little bit of damage, but he's going to think about it again. Can he hold on? Perks is just outside, percolating, about to drop some more bombs inside, about to deal some more damage, about to cause some more chaos, but Naveed will swallow the first grenade. And Konina Power not backing down. They want more. They want all the points. They want to do all the damage, and that one will bite the dust as well. Luis has to surge himself into the corner. Another grenade, more and more grenades. The pressure is on. They need the points. Luis cannot afford to fall right now. Alan Zin's over to the outside, and he gets a spray. Much Kalino's exposed, and he falls. He has to get the flush. That flush is the only thing that can put them inside of the final, but it's not enough. Alan Zin is exposed, and will be dropped away with that perfectly timed grenade. Konina Power will not let this one slide, but 4NMA will take the elimination and will slide it away. Unfortunate scenes. That knock will not go to Double S, unfortunately. Konina Power are still biding time. They're still looking for more, but 4MA, I believe they want this now. They want to start the chicken dinner away. This could be a team that does it happen. They have the angles. They have the numbers. All they have to do is keep them at bay. Perks and 874 holding the line for Konina Power. A grenade is all it takes here. The smokes into the corner. They move a couple of sprays over to the right side. 874 gets the angle with the AUG, and he is connected into the left hand side. Naveed actually just lurking. He hasn't made a move just yet, but he's exposed. Pops over and he switches to the DBS immediately. 874, but he's going to be exposed. Naveed will pay back in his own coin and send him back into the lobby. Elimination after elimination. Double S know that he cannot afford to die still. They are still inside of the top 3. They need a top 2 finish. That is the only way this goes down for them. Luis cannot afford to die now. He has to allow at least one more person to go down from Konina Power. Perks has to be percolated back into the lobby. That is the only way they qualify, but no, Perks is the one that puts it all the way to him. Konina Power taking it all away. They will put the nail in the coffin for squad suicide, unfortunately, in a 1v1 now. Naveed, he's able to clutch. Can he do it? Sways into the right hand side, backs the corner, tries again. The DBS will fail him as Konina Power will snatch the final game, and in a timely fashion. 15 eliminations and a chicken dinner, 25 points to the good. Konina Power may have just done it. They may have just catapulted themselves into a very precarious position, but I have no idea how it went down. 4MA in second place with 4, Double S in third place with 4 as well. I don't know if they did enough. They should have gotten so much more points just to make sure. Again, it was just to make sure. But Incredible Esports in 4th place with 7, 8, 12, 8, yeah, 8 eliminations. Union in 5th place with 4, NXT in 6th place with 1, AL Afterlife in 7th place with 5, TBSS in 8th place, Monaspa in 9th place with 2, DK, DarkSouls in 10th, Venatores in 11th with 5, Redbull in 12th with 2, Who's Next in 13th, French Family in 14th with 6, 77 in 15th with 1, noPASARAN in 16th with 7, VNS in 17th with 4, Coyot in 18th with 3, and Ruthless in 19th. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. What a finish. What an absolute banger of a finish. And we are going to be going on into the game. Again, Konina Power, what is this? 15 eliminations? 15, 25 points. I don't think they did enough. I honestly don't think they did enough for 25 points, man. Hold on. I really take a look at this. Hold on. Let me see. So let's take a look at the leaderboard before I go close the stream. Let's take a look at the leaderboard again. So as it stood before this last game, this is what the leaderboard looked like. You see it, right? You see it. Now, Konina Power get the chicken dinner. That gives them 25 points to the good. 25 plus 13. That's like 38. 38 is better than Team TBSS. Squad Suicide needed at least 6. So I believe Konina Power have jumped the freaking line. But again, 4MA is also in 2nd place. They just got 2nd place in this game. So that puts them in 30 something as well. Absolutely insane. Union Power also got some points on the board. They were in the top 5. They got a couple of eliminations. Again, Union Power is in 30 something. But I don't know. Konina Power, I don't know. I think they may have just leaps and bounds, bro. Leaps and bounds. Doing it all in the final game, like, that is crazy. Konina Power may have just leaped inside of this. 38 points and a chicken dinner. Yeah, TBSS got a chicken dinner as well, but I think Squad Suicide is the team that put some more points. I think Squad Suicide got up to a couple of points in there as well, but I have no idea. But it is what it is. You're going to find out in the Discord. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I do apologize. Did miss the earlier chunk of the stream, but we are going to be there in the finals come tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your priest, and thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you same time tomorrow for the finals.